biggest downer. Though eventually you would burn through all the music you ever wanted to use and you'd be back at square one. It would definitely help the burden of finding music to fucking edit to. But I get it. Royalties. That's how the fucking universe works. But like, you want to use my stuff? You need to pay me. And as a small YouTuber, you ain't affording it. I've reached out to multiple, like, record labels and stuff, and I'll be like, what does it take? Because there's no, like, direct answer anywhere. They probably know, like, immediately. They're like, YouTuber, we're not wasting our time because you can't afford this. I think, like, a single use is, like, thousands. I'm just like, okay, so I found that somewhere anyways. I don't know if that's true or not. But there's this new website called, it's not new, I guess it's probably almost 2 years old. It's called Licked, and I think it's European based. But it fucking sucks. Like, okay, I can go on there, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pay $4 or $5 to use this song because depending on how many subscribers and views, which, so I'm on the cheap end, you know it, to use a song. And the first time I used it, it didn't work proper for me and kind of screwed me all up. And they're like, well, you're supposed to keep it as unlisted and then we'll go in and give you the okay. I'm like, well, where you didn't describe that part of it. I put it, I jumped through the hoops, I had the license, paid for it, and still got a copyright strike. It's not the end of the world to get a copyright strike, it just, they tend to like tuck your video down in the corner and don't put it out as much. And YouTube's kind of like, well, if you're gonna use copyright content, then we can't put our ads in it. We can't put our ads in it. We don't make money off it. So what's the point of pushing your video? I'm like, I'm trying to be a star here, and you're fucking me. So yeah, that was kind of like, you can somewhat get away with it with the shorts. For some reason, I don't understand why, but everybody's using them for shorts, and that's cool. For some reason, I don't understand why, but it's kind of a pisser. And then sometimes, like, I use them for shorts actually quite a bit to edit something cool, and then it's like, oh, only parts of your viewers will be able to see this because it's banned in like certain countries. I'm just like, what? Especially, well, I'm sure I don't have a lot of Russian people that are watching, but there are some, and it's like not viewable in like Russia and like some other place, like something weird that I don't even remember, but they're not allowed to play it because they're not allowed to listen to that kind of music. I'm like, what? How is somewhere in the world you're not allowed to listen to something? And yes, I'm kind of aware of that, but it was when I first started doing YouTube stuff, and I was like, a couple times a month I'd use copyright because I found out that it's like you can use it and you won't get like penalized, but like I said, they just don't view your shit and you're just like stuck sucking eggs. So yeah, that kind of sucked eggs. If that makes sense. What is up today? I'm gonna keep it on the low side here. I'm just like, if I don't start making a video and I get to Grand Prairie and then I'll be like mad I wasn't making a video or something stupid. So I'm always hitting the ground with running cameras just in case. You don't know what's gonna unfold, but we gotta go to Grand Prairie. It's 5 a.m. We gotta be in Grand Prairie somewhere around 2 p.m. to load at Ruska. No big deal. As long as I'm there before 5, I'm sure is good enough, because I'm just driving back to Drayton Valley. I think is kind of my plan so far. sleep there, and then we gotta go down to the Kiera Plant Road, which is just past the River Road on the Sunchild, which is just past the truck stop. If you've ever stopped at that sweet truck stop that has basically barely anything. I don't know. I've stopped in there once or twice, and I was just like, it's kind of bare bones in here. I've never been in the other store, like the Sunchild store. We've stopped there lots, but I'm always like, I don't know if I want to go in there. Like, the mesh on the windows kind of tells me a story. Same as like, there was times when I stopped at, that would be the Valley View Reserve too. Way back when I was young. Same as Hobbema. I've stopped there. We used to work lots around Hobbema when I was at Road Train. I'm like, I gotta go to the store. Everybody eyeballing Whitey. I'm like, what? I'm from the Yukon. What's up? Not that I consider myself part native or anything, but I've gone to school with all the natives. I grew up in a territory that's as native as it can get, pretty much, for the most part. What are you doing? Slinking around stealing shit? I see it on the TV that, well, I'm not even gonna get into it. Fucking gas prices, fuck them. Gonna go back to fucking just drilling holes at the card lock, right in the tank. Just oh man, society sucks, man. Why you guys make it so hard? The poor stay fucking poor while the rich just getting more rich. We all know it. It's been happening for decades, years, centuries. I see no sight of the end, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, is this the rest of my life? I'm just gonna wake up every day and go to work? Well, not every day, but I didn't really have any R&R here in the last, like, we're chilling for sure, because it's still spring breakup. It's drying up. We haven't had any rain in the past couple days, but I'm just like, man, I just like go to work, pay bills, broke till next payday. I spent like a week in my pay period pretty much broke. I'm like, tell the wife, I'm like, okay, like, save me $100 just in case if I have to go down the road, which it's not fair. I have like a stash of YouTube money, but it's to somewhat pay for other things, just in case, you know. If I needed to use it, it's there, but I need more YouTube money. And everything was going pretty awesome on YouTube. For a while there, like 2-3 months, I was like 3,000 new subscribers a month. Because it tells you like every 28 days what's going on. It's like, you're getting this many subscribers every 28 days. It's got a bunch of charts and shit that I kind of know how to read. And yeah, it just went nosedive down, back down to like 300 every 28 days. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I thought I was making it, and then all of a sudden it's just like nosedive. How did I started getting lazy with my shorts? Okay, the real edited ones, yes, and then a couple with copyright music that couldn't be played in certain countries. I'm like, fuck, and then all of a sudden shit started going downhill. I don't know what to think. I feel like YouTube has like got me in a corner. It's like, you need to produce shorts this good or you're gonna fucking, your channel's going down the hill. I'm like, what the fuck, over.com? I'm like, you're slave driving me just as much as freaking oil field. MFer. But anyways, we gotta go to Grand Prairie and get some test equipment, and then I gotta bring it back to the central Alberta area here, sorta, kinda. So let's get going. Wet out. It's not what I was looking forward to. Oh, it looks wet that way too, where we're going. Cara Plant Road. The lease is probably matted. They're pretty good with that. If it's crappy, it'll be matted. So we're all about to find out. We'll get some breakfast and we'll get going. Bunch of empty heavies, wide, one, Cara Plant Road.
Shack is one right in the corner there, buddy.
gotta turn. Bunch of empty heavy wides, 3, Kira Plant Road. Bunch of empty heavy wide 4, Kira Plant. This is what I got when I get my radio redone. So now it does that every time someone keys off the mic. Fuck. What the fuck, man? Can't win. Bunch of empty heavies, 5, Kira Plant Road. Piera. Fuck, man.
Pick up 1, cap line. Is the road property really heavy? No comment. A little on the heavy side.
Pinner at 5 because it's even worse. Another hill here. Pop. No, don't spin out. Three more coming behind me there, pickup.
Copy that.